Game day, baby.
Day here at the Tigs Bits podcast. Dude.
Yeah, it ain't college football season, but I'll tell you what it is. It is podcast season, and we drop today at 11 Central Time, 12 Eastern here in about 28 minutes. So
That's right, man. Fired up, man. Fired up. Just thought we. It seems like we just left. Like we just came out of this room. We've just done this, but you know what? Here we are. We're here again. We've got a exclusive podcast dropping here in just a few minutes.
Yeah,
a few short moments here on the Bubba Army Podcast Network. So looking forward to that. Thought we'd jump in, see what the hell happens.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
See what the plans
last night
are.
we dropped a couple of new things. Finally, we got Hal Laird to come join the show.
It was huge.
That was great. I had to go back and watch that again this morning, and then. Dude, the debut of Johnny Ergonomics. I'm so glad we got that. Our personal in-house rapper. You know what I mean? So,
dude, there's so much. Talking, sent it to Johnny Ergonomics after the show. Told him, jump in there about the 34-minute mark, and you're gonna like it. And I said, man, so no pressure, but like this is expected now. He's already been in the lab, and this morning, you and I were talking. It's like, hey, we got to make sure he works Bubba into this deal. We've got to get Bubba in and mix in. He's like 10 steps ahead of you, brother. I've already Bubba is going to be the thing that seals this idea that I have in my head.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but I can tell you if Johnny's working on it. You got J.E. working on this. Just get ready. It's going to be something fun. It's going to be something fun.
It is going to be something fun. And I'll say this, too. I mean, dude, when he dropped that first song on us, you know what I mean? You sent that to me a while back. I fully expected, that was just a little teaser for his full album. You know what I mean? He's been out of the lab for 3 years. Now he's getting back in the lab. People thought he lost his game. Now he's stronger than ever. He's got Tigs Bits Nation. He's rolling. Hey, here we come, baby. The posse's rolling here, So I definitely expect more from him. Yeah, for sure.
I can tell you that Johnny and I have collaborated on many, many projects. None are, we'll see. There's probably a few things that could be released on this show. Over time, I want a bigger crowd before we start doing that, before I'm willing to, if I'm going to show you this stuff, I want everybody to see it, but.
Yeah, JR's got a saying on that, ain't it? There's some kind of saying you got about that, ain't JR?
Yeah, what's that saying, JR?
Which one?
About,
Skinner don't play Freebird first.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Oh, this show don't pay enough to give you all the juice yet.
No, when it does, though.
I tell you what, I bet all of our audience is out there thinking, what do you guys do for a living? Because there's no way we can piss off as much time as we do on here and have normal jobs. So,
well, I need everybody to know that this has been an extra special couple of weeks, that the three of us to be at home, basically where we can record and do this stuff. This hasn't happened in the whole time that we've been recording shows together. The three of us, all of our schedules blending. So we've doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on the content this week and it's been fun. And we're going to continue to be bringing content, but just don't be expecting damn near daily shows out of Tigs Bits until we see that money, baby. We want to get paid, and we start getting paid. We'll start doing this every day. But that's a good question. I'm sure that others are thinking that. I'm sure that I have clients out there right now, like, what in the hell? I mean, is this all he does now? He doesn't sell insurance anymore. He could give a shit less about us. He's just doing a show.
But let's be real. Don't get mad at somebody because they're efficient at what they do. If you're efficient and you get your job done, does it matter how long it takes you?
I can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Yes.
I can do that. So this is just no different than a Zoom meeting as far as I'm concerned. We're only going on for about 30 minutes today. That's it. We're not going on long. We don't want to interrupt our own show.
No, this is just
follows
just like
this in 24 minutes.
That they do for football and kickoffs at 11. Central Time. And kickoff, we'll take it right into the podcast.
That's exactly right. If any of y'all are not familiar with us, we're Tigs. We're Tigs Bits. I'm Tigs. That's Blossy, the one-man posse, and JR, the handler. And look, join us in the chat if you're in there. We don't have a huge crowd. Wasn't expecting a huge crowd at 10:30 a.m. coming off of the burner of a show that we had. Once again, another live burner of a show
Yes, it
last
was.
night. Just unbelievable.
And I hope I got to say this while we're here at the top of the show. Hope everybody out there is doing okay. I know we had storms all across the South last night, and the Texas, Oklahoma, all that, and the last week. I know it's still rolling through today. I hope everybody's safe and doesn't have too many limbs in their yard. I know I spent first hour of my morning picking up limbs out of my yard, and I slept so hard last night that I didn't even know it rained till I got up. I was like, oh crap, limbs everywhere.
Hey, I woke up about 4 this morning, and I just happened to check my phone it's probably about 4:15, 4:20, and I checked my phone.
Good time to get
tornado
up.
warning, and I was like, "What?" It didn't even go off.
Y'all had the warnings.
I had a tornado.
Down?
We had a tornado, so I walked out the front door, and I'm standing there, and it's like raining, but I hear some, how it does, and dude, all of a sudden, dude, it started just hammering. Just wind, trees. I was like, oh, God. And ran inside. And then Amanda's coming running out of the house. Now the alarms are going off. I was just probably a minute ahead of it, And yeah, dude, it came right down 20. This tornado on the ground. 20's literally, it's from a crow flies to my house, the highway that comes through Freeport. And that's about a mile north of me is where it just rolled right down.
There's always been bad weather that comes through there, I guess, because of it being right off of the bay, right off of the Gulf. Inland enough, like 10, 15 miles inland. It just, dude, that whole area just got hammered. It always did whenever I lived there. It still does.
And another one is Nashville. Nashville got a good beating. This Central Tennessee in general. I know Columbia, Tennessee had a bunch. Huntsville, Alabama. I know there's a lot of flooding in the Central Tennessee Valley area. So, man, hope everybody's doing okay with these late spring, early summer storms.
There's been some crazy storms this year.
Really
I've watched. Of course, anybody who knows us knows that we love the weather. We've had Jeff Petrowski on. We've talked about weather. We've had a whole damn hour-long show of just us talking about the weather. We love the weather. We can just do it all
We're
day.
Fascinated by it.
Yeah,
we're scared of it too.
Scared of it.
We live in hurricane world, so
we're
in tornado hurricane world where we all live. So we're intrigued, fascinated, and terrified all at the same time.
Yeah, all at the same time. But, man, I've seen it, but not as often as I have this year with tornadoes that will just be tracking, and then they'll just stop, and they just spin kind of like a top, just like a hurricane, and then actually go backwards, start to go back, like they're backtracking. That's scary stuff when they're Cat 4s, Cat 5s, they're
backtracking,
3/4 mile wide.
Yeah, that's
huge.
That's
huge.
Super crazy.
We said on those videos we watched the other day that it looked like the movie Twister, and that's what it looks fake. It looks AI almost how big some of these are. And I don't know if y'all saw this yet, but I saw a commercial last night for Twisters. Plural.
I was gonna say I'd heard that they dropped a new trailer. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Saw just I was looking down, playing on my phone probably, and I looked up just the end to catch Twisters, the title. I looked at my wife, Sharice, and said, is that the sequel? She said, yeah, they just added an S and go make the new movie. And she said it was a lot of the same characters from the original Twister, I guess, she saw in the trailer. So, I don't know, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
Hey, look.
Everybody's already terrified enough of storms. How about we just put that off? It was kind of like after they put out Jaws, nobody wanted to go to the beach for a while. But I don't know. Maybe we need that. Maybe we need to do one of those here along the Gulf Coast. Say, just it's so bad here that no one needs to come down here and move here anymore.
Maybe it'll slow things down a little bit.
Yeah, I found the trailer. Y'all want to see it?
Sure.
It's 3 minutes long.
Great idea.
But
Huh?
We don't have that many people in the room. Might as well. Shit. I want to see it. Let's watch it together.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know how to do that, but let's see.
Did y'all see? I don't know if y'all heard also. Blasey, you keep up with this kind of stuff. You might have saw, and anybody that's on the coast may have seen this as well. Alabama just stated that they have recorded the first ever great white shark off of the Alabama coast this past week. Now, someone apparently had caught one on Fort Morgan or Orange Beach a year or so ago, but I guess it wasn't confirmed. But they have a confirmed great white in the Gulf south of Alabama, which
is that one that they track? Is that one that they track? Her name? I forget the name.
They're calling her Paula, Pawla, after the University of South Alabama's mascot. I think is what they said. But that surprised me that that's the first ever great white shark. We don't see a lot of big sharks down here, but you just assume somebody would have caught a couple of good ones over the years with all the fishing people do.
Yeah.
But
wow, that's cool. Wild. That's wild.
That is wild.
Let's watch
And
this.
that's true information, not like the BS
Oh,
information I
yeah.
was spitting out
Hey.
last night.
Just, we do need before
want a
we bring
clarification.
this
That'd
up.
be great.
That is true. Before we bring this up, we do need a formal
I apologize to
correction.
everyone.
Not an apology. You don't have to
well,
apologize, but just a
No.
correction. Just an
Well, and I foresaw this happening because I mentioned to you last week, Tiggs. I was like, half the stuff I say is just things I heard, and I don't actually fact check them. So
Thank
I
you,
just
Jake.
assumed that's what it was. But last night when I said the Charlie Brown theme song was by Alan Toussaint, the great New Orleans piano player, producer, artist, I was wrong. That was not Alan Toussaint. I was thinking of something completely different. So I'm
I would
wrong
have
on
never
that.
been none the wiser had you not sent that text.
I
over.
know, and I thought
No,
about just
no.
kayfabing and rolling with it, but that's just not
Hey,
how
nobody
I roll.
chat didn't call us. Nobody called anybody
Well, 'cause
out.
no
call
one
you out,
cares.
you know?
Because no one
No,
cares
you're
about
wrong.
the
I
shit
know
I
who
say
wrote
on
Charlie
here. That's
Brown.
what it is.
Son of a bitch.
If
You
we'd have
rolled
said
X some
Bubba had,
information so strong, like no, you could squeeze in something. I wrote some song, and probably people just believe it and just roll with
yeah,
it. you
but
know?
if you'd have said Bubba had 11 toes, buddy, this thing would have been upside down and on fire.
oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
Bubba
In a
pedaled that
heartbeat.
tape. That was him in
Bubba-
there. He got thrown
Bubba-
to the ground and arrested. Yeah, it was
No,
crazy.
he found out our buddy Bonner lost one, so he figured out Bonner was so cool he wanted to tag Bonner's toe on the end of his foot, so now he's got 11.
He got 11.
That's how it works. Got an extra
Oh my
clubby.
goodness.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Morning, Jake. Good morning, brother. Yeah, let's see this preview. You know, let's just see
Yeah,
what
let's
happens.
check it out
I
real quick.
want to see it.
All right.
Let's see.
It's like the intro to 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Can't go to rodeo no more.
Yeah, right.
I got real hurry.
The once-in-a-generation tornado outbreak continues across Oklahoma.
We've never seen tornadoes like this before, and we need your help.
No, I don't chase anymore.
Kate, we can save lives.
I'll give you 1 week.
All right, fellas. We got PhDs from NASA, FEMA, and Kate.
She's the smartest person I know.
Hey, dudes. This is interesting. Who are they?
It's Tyler Owens. Calls himself a tornado wrangler.
If you feel it.
Scared of nothing and I'm scared to death.
You know, our crew is not like your crew.
I can't breathe and I catch my breath.
We don't need PhDs and fancy tech. Sometimes the old ways are better than the new.
Well, you can always trust a guy who puts his face on a t-shirt. Are those fireworks?
Yes, ma'am. You got quite the reputation, city girl. You think you can disrupt a tornado.
In theory.
But in the field, in the moment, I got it wrong.
We never had a chance.
You want one?
Are you seeing this?
We got twins! Twins!
They're combining. Go faster.
Let's ride.
Yeah, back there in that tent.
It's all right to be scared. Fear's the reason you do it. You don't face your fears, you ride them.
Holy,
You ever see anything
Fire
like this?
tornado.
not like this.
Hold on.
Petroleum.
Man, that's the like country theme in there.
Yeah,
Western
I
deal.
will say that sounded like a Luke Combs song embedded in there. I guess he got a movie
Kinda
credit
did.
on a song.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks
I don't know what the
interesting.
hell to think.
It looks
looks
a
like
little
remake.
much. Little
Looks
much.
like a remake.
Hey, only thing I can hope is, though, and this is off of a comedy bit, so this is not me just making this up, but there's Tim Wilson, the famous country comedian.
Oh, yeah.
He was so good. He used to have a bit about tornadoes and the original movie Twister. He's like, that son could throw a 10-penny nail through a 2x4, but couldn't get that tank top off Helen Hunt. He said, it doesn't mess me up one of them kind of tornadoes. We need a straight tornado next time. Get that tank top off Helen Hunt. That always made me laugh thinking of that bit.
That is hilarious and accurate.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. That one looks like it just looks like it's going to be a remake of Twister.
Well, I mean,
It
that's
seems
what
like
happens
the
when
same
Twisters come.
storyline
They got to
and-
chase them.
Well, they're trying to bring people in, so they threw in the rodeo thing because rodeo and Western stuff's so huge right now with Yellowstone. So they bring that in. They get the petroleum thing in there. I'm sure there'll be a EV that gets sucked up and exploded or something. And then we have to take it one more level. So we did the regular tornado from original Twister wasn't enough. So now we have fire tornado. It's
Tornado. Yeah.
Tornado.
And then they said something about her. She thinks she can stop a tornado. Like this is going to be interesting. I think I heard that right.
Yeah,
So
I
you
think
think
you
you
did,
can
but I
actually
don't know if
reverse
that's
one?
going to
Because
like
there's a
Dorothy
huge
and
outbreak, and
deploying
they
the
gotta-
little.
So they're probably going to probably come to the conclusion of is we have to quit running gas cars. If we quit running gas cars for a month, all the tornadoes will stop.
That's it. That's exactly it. Yes, that will stop everything.
That'll stop
it
everything.
all.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I'm going to see it. I know that.
Oh, I'll
for
definitely
a fact. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see
And
it.
in a theater with all that sound and all, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Music,
that's one you got to see. You got to
you
see
know.
that movie in
Yes,
the
you do.
theater.
Yeah,
Damn,
it'll be
damn right.
live.
Yeah, it's I mean, every 20 years though they remake movies, and that was happening when we were kids. They
Yeah,
were
it's true.
movies that So
Well, and songs too. I mean, a lot of stuff with familiarity is easy to sell, and it's nostalgic and those type things. So I'm sure it's a marketing.
It's a good
ploy,
way to
but-
bridge that gap with, I was basically a kid, a teenager, early adult whenever the first Twister came out.
Yep,
Well, now
same.
all of us have kids or
and have been through
grandkids,
storms and had to
some,
clean
yeah.
up. We weren't really fixing our houses up after those storms back then. Now
That's
it's
right.
our turn to fix our houses up when they get, when that comes
Yeah.
through. So we pay a little more attention.
Exactly.
Hey, speaking of something wild and crazy, and we briefly talked about it the other day, but the roast of Tom Brady. I did finish watching.
Oh
that.
yes, yeah,
Good
you did.
gracious! I mean, they full tilt boogie on that one. That was like old school
Full tilt.
like Eddie
Yeah, I
Murphy
watched
Raw.
part of it. I'm about an hour and a half in. I keep falling asleep. I watched like 30 minutes. I put it on late at night, but if I get in that bed, dude, and lay down, I got
Yeah,
about
you're
15,
done.
20
Yeah,
minutes.
you've got to watch it.
Yeah.
I'd watch it today because at about the hour, I mean, the whole thing from start to finish, it was just rolling along. A lot like our show that y'all will be hearing here shortly is. It kind of starts out, you gotta lay the foundation and then it starts to build. Well,
Nikki Glazer slayed.
once she hit, then that kind of set the tone for the rest of the night that there's no hold bars here.
And
Roll
I
get
know we
after
love
it.
controversy on here, but as anybody saw, apparently, and we noticed it when we went back to watch, because we watched, like Chad did, we watched about an hour, and then we went back and finished it the next day, but they had edited it. So there were some minutes gone. I don't know
They
exactly
did.
what they pulled
I-
out, but I've noticed now that everybody's saying they edited all the boos when
did.
Kim Kardashian came out. Now, I did hear that on the first episode I watched, there were the boos. And then obviously I didn't go back to watch it, but apparently they edited some of that stuff
I
out.
did. I went back
Yeah,
to
I heard
watch
Bubba
it. and
talking about that today.
I went back and watched it because I was watching it live, and they booed the hell out of her.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she got booed. The whole arena booed her.
Yeah.
And I don't know why the hell would they take that out. Like, why would they go back if everybody? There was so many millions. That's all that was being talked about on Twitter that night. Like, everybody was watching.
Because she's a PR genius, and that's just adds more.
Somebody
views and
owes
clicks.
her something, and they just kind of
Yeah,
politics, but in Hollywood politics.
Hollywood politics. Yeah, they might not. It might have been a collaboration. It could have been her. Could have been Netflix trying to make her happy. But overall, they know any kind of things like that add clicks. Any controversy adds clicks and likes and views her way. So it's just another. I mean, she got famous off a sex tape. You know what I mean? Her dad represented a murderer. So I mean, it's like she's.
I like
set
how
the
full worked
pace
up
for this
today.
thing.
Dan got on there talking about her. He
did get a little worked up.
If I was
did
sitting down,
see
I could
some
show
of
you
that.
better. I got my Dan impersonation, but Dan would get in that mic. He was like, "Look, I'm going to tell you right now, you take talent, you take luck, and you combine it with busting your ass, and that's exactly what Kim Kardashian did. It's so good, dude. I love it when he gets all heated up. He gets done, he just flops backwards in that chair.
I love it. The
so
personalities and all the dynamics there is just hilarious.
It's great.
It's just insane. Bubba has put together a complete island of misfit toys. That's what he has done.
I wonder if Bubba would let me. I wonder if Bubba would let me come to the studio when I'm down in Tampa here in July.
I'm sure
we need to make that happen. I need to go in studio with Bubba one.
Yeah,
down
you do.
there.
Hell yeah, you do. That would be awesome.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna take him a handler shirt. I was gonna send him one, but I might hand deliver him and the crew some handler.
You got any
shirts.
black ones? You got
I
any
got
black
the new
shirts?
black ones in. Yeah.
He's big on he's big on black.
Here,
So
let
yeah.
me show you my new one.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even seen this.
guys
This is
have seen these
another
yet?
exclusive right here, folks.
Yeah. And these are hot off the press, but I got the.
Oh
new
hell, I
handler.
need. Well, I need
I
one.
like that, dude. I like that.
I need a handler shirt.
Yep, I got
Heck
you.
yeah.
I'll send you one, Tigs, for sure.
That's awesome, dude.
And these are not available on jrthehandler.com merch site, but they will be soon. But there are all the other different colors and variations of different handler stuff on there. If anybody wants to go to jrthehandler.com, check it out.
Heck yeah, man. Get on in there.
Go
Help
get you.
support the
Those
handler,
shirts
too.
kick
He got
ass. Yeah,
Yeah.
RC, I agree. I think he'd want the handler on the show for damn sure, man. For damn sure. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
go get you a handler shirt. Go get you a Tigs bit shirt too. I mean,
I'll
hell,
even
go-
show up. I'll even show up drunk if they want me to, or whatever. I'll play whatever character they want me to play.
JR the Handler, drunk. Oh,
Well, I mean,
That's what I should do. I
there-
should just go in there slammed, like play it straight, and then just show up slammed.
Well, there's
Yeah,
a chance
just
that
flip
could
that thing
happen
over.
because if you go on their morning show, like that shit starts at 5 a.m. our time, 6 a.m. theirs, 5 a.m. here in Central Time.
Yeah.
You may just be coming off of the tail end of one, just walk right on into the studio and
Be
drop
like when
a
I used
show.
to call Blasey. Be like when I used to call Mike the Bud Namus show.
That's
at
it. Exact
5
same,
in the morning.
exact same mindset. That's exactly where you'll be. That'd
That's
be
how I
great.
want you to be.
I mean,
I think
can't wait.
I think that's how the Bubba Army would want you
When
to
are you gonna be in Tampa?
I'm going down there the end of July. My nephew's birthday is July 29th, and my brother lives in Safety Harbor, which is between Tampa and Clearwater. So I'll be down there for a couple of days during that time.
Okay,
and I
yeah.
get down there
Nice.
pretty regular. I didn't know the last time I was there. Sharice and I were down there for a week, a couple months ago. I didn't know the Bubba thing was going to work out, or I would have tried to get with
Try
him
to
then.
hook up
but
with it then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down there 2, 3, 4 times a year at least.
Yeah, I know that they're going to a Morgan Wallen concert. And they're doing a whole Bubba Army setup deal there. But that's like around the 13th or 14th of July. I think Alex Stein's gonna be in town too.
Well, if they need
10th to the 14th.
Yeah, well,
Morgan's, it's a festival about to happen.
I know. I'm trying to
Morgan's,
figure out how to wiggle down there.
tour manager's a dear friend of
You'll
mine,
be
so I don't
there.
know
Oh, really?
what I can do to help. But if whatever they need some stuff, I can help them out with.
Okay, yeah, heck yeah. I mean,
Morgan does not do meet and
greets.
greets. My doctor asked me to get his kids some meet and greets a couple weeks ago, and I called my buddy, and they don't do meet and greets.
They
so-
don't do
don't
meet
do
and
it. Yep.
greets. That would be. I mean, I could imagine. He should do it for a monstrous amount of money and a limited amount of people. He's probably leaving some
Oh,
on
he
the
could.
table there, but
yeah, but
he's probably he's bringing in so much that like. What's an extra 10K tonight or 20K for
we're
over
gonna
this
clear
million?
we're
going
gonna clear
to
$7 million tonight. Yeah, we're
And
gonna do $1 million
I'm-
in merchandise tonight.
Yeah, and I'm sure
Yeah,
some
I
people
ain't
still
doing a meet and
also
greet.
just from a comfort standpoint don't. You know what I mean? Like, why don't I put myself through that? That's uncomfortable as heck. I don't need to do it. Like, I don't enjoy it. I know the fans do, but I don't. And then now I got to
Yeah,
go on
I
stage
would
after
be-
feeling all weird. Like, I kind of get that,
That would be. I think that would get kind of old real
Yeah.
quick because it's the same deal every time. You're hearing the same thing because people are the same. People are. Doesn't matter what city you're in. The same. Some places are probably a little crazier than others, but for the most part, people are going to say the same. It's the same thing. It's Groundhog Day.
yeah,
it's
you've
just
got
the
your-
same deal every time.
Yeah, you've got your certain characters like you would in any group. You can call out the 5 or 6,
They're
that
gonna be there.
these type people are going to be everywhere, and it is fun, and it's good for the fans. But I can see on a certain level, it's just, it's a lot of logistics there,
Does
and
pocket
no
knife
telling what
guy
else they
show
have.
up to those? Pocket knife guy, the guy wants to show you the knife he got and how he got
Oh,
his
that
knife.
kind of
He gets
stuff. Oh yeah,
Hey, look
oh
at
yeah.
this, look at
Well,
this.
then there's always the proposal at meet and greet, y'all.
Oh.
Oh, in front of the artist because
Yeah.
that's what the hell they want.
and and you want to be there, but you're like, this is y'all's ball. That's a unique one. And then there's the fans that have been there since day one. That
want
their
to
whole
remind you
family,
that.
and
Yeah.
you're supposed to remember their cousins that came last time and everybody else. And,
this is what you could write a book on.
Then there's
The personalities of the fans.
Yeah, I've met a bunch of them. There's some.
I
then
know
there's
you
the ones
have.
that
You've met
the
them all.
inappropriate. Yeah, then there's the inappropriate comment fans that always say something that's just a hair off color, and you're like, why would you even say that? You're meeting your favorite person, and you're
That's
like,
probably identify. That's who I most likely
you look
identify
more handsome
as.
on TV, and it's like, well, thanks. I don't know what to say there. I don't know. So,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, there's definitely some characters.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's
no
the
doubt.
sign my hat for the 50th time. It's like, well, I signed it here already. Well, we've got to sign it again over here. Well, you got my signature 6 times on the same hat. I don't know if that really works. But
That's just weird.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe just go
Or
get
they want to
another
show
hat.
you, or they show you their hat, and they're like, would you sign it right here? You know who that was? That was Neil McCoy right there. You can sign right under Neil McCoy. He was cool.
That's hilarious.
Neil McCoy.
But I love them. I personally enjoy the meet and greets. Now, the time constraints on doing a show and all that stuff because of our logistics, that sometimes is a little stressful. But to me, I like meeting the people.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a marathon. Like, we usually try to keep ours at about 50. Most artists try to keep theirs between 50 and 100 cap.
Yeah.
But there have been times. I know we were in Beaufort, South Carolina, right off Paris Island there one time. Did a big military thing, and we did a pre-show meet and greet for 100 people or whatever. And during the show, Justin said that hey, we didn't get to meet all of you, people, military people here today, but I want to. So after the show, y'all, whoever wants to say hey, we'll be back there until we're done. So we were out there for like 4.5 hours. We shook 3,000 hands that night.
Damn.
But that was
that's
military
awesome.
appreciation.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah,
Totally
and those guys, that meant something to them. It meant something to y'all too.
Yeah,
to be
for
able
sure.
to do that.
Oh, yeah. I love
Totally.
doing that stuff. Some of my favorite things on tour have been when we've done stuff with military, either at bases or just big events, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
I bet so.
I've gotten to see, so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
Over the
I'm
years
sure.
with that, I got to see a couple years ago. We were out in Laughlin Air Force Base outside of Las Vegas, and with the Thunderbirds, and got to go do on a tour of their base with some Thunderbird pilots. And we got to see the F-35s and stuff that we couldn't even take pictures of at this base.
Right.
I mean, it's some high-tech,
strict.
high-level stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
And I asked them about aliens. I said, y'all see weird stuff here? And they was like, oh, I don't know if we did. We couldn't tell you, kind of thing. So, yes, they definitely have. This is before
1,000,000%.
Yeah, this is before our government admitted to us that we have. But I got the 411 before that I knew something was up.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, we're talking about fans and stuff. Again, we've said it on every show. We can't say it enough. Thank you to all the listeners, followers, subscribers that jump on the Tigs Bits train, because this thing has left the station and it is rolling very nicely down the tracks, but could not without the power of the Tigs Bits Nation that help that fuel this thing, and the Bubba Army.
Right.
I mean, I'm a new Bubba Army member because I'm going to state it right now. I'm officially a Bubba Army member. I love all you guys. I like what Bubba and his team are doing down there, and man, great fans he's got, and that are drifting over in our world. Unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just blessed to be able to have those guys jumping in with us too. I think down the road we're going to be able to say we do. Hell, we'll say it. We have some great fans as well.
Absolutely.
So we have some great fans as well. It means a whole lot to us. So one thing you can do as a fan, if you haven't already, is smash the like button. Share this, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get that push to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're getting closer and closer every day. The Bubba Army is pushing this thing, but we got to keep pushing it. We got to keep going. And most importantly, this is a game day edition of Tigs Bits.
It is.
And it is out. It has been released. It is out now. Go to Spotify. Go to Apple Podcasts. Go to iHeartRadio. Anywhere you listen to the Bubba Army Podcast, our show has been released. Hope you enjoy it. Let us know.
Yeah.
We'll share the links on social media to it here shortly. Give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from y'all. Boys,
And I want to say shout out to my buddy Paul Rogers, longtime listener. That's my boy, Paul Rogers.
Yes, sir.
Hope you get some. I know we were tweeting early to each other, but hope you get some warm weather up there, buddy. Hang in there. Summertime's on its way. I know you're up here in the frigid Northeast, but buddy, it's gonna get warm. And when we get back up there soon, Paul, I'm gonna get you to another show, and me and you're gonna hang out and do a Tigs Bits exclusive for the Bubba exclusive with our man Paul.
Hell
Rogers.
yeah,
That's
dude!
happening.
I love it. I love
These
it.
show ponies are coming, boys. These show ponies are coming. We
Show
are
ponies
digging
are coming.
hard.
Show ponies
Just
are
coming
coming.
around
we are
turn one right now.
We were
Assets,
independent
we're loose.
AF.
That's all right. We're still coming. You know what I mean?
That's right.
We still
Bubba Army.
independent AF, baby.
Yeah,
Let's rock and roll.
Teaming up with the Bubba Army. I love it.
Hell yeah. See y'all next week. And
See
happy
y'all.
Mother's Day to all of
Yes.
you mothers out there.
Happy
Y'all-
Mother's Day.
Y'all
We would
have a
not be
great
here
weekend,
if it wasn't
everybody.
for
Love you,
y'all.
moms.
Yeah. Love you, mama.
Play.